hey, pack your stuff. We're going to 𝐶𝐶. And she was like, what? Like, how come? And it's because her friend knows a F1 driver. You guys, a F1 driver. Do you know how crazy this is?
Welcome, I'm your host, and you're listening to Elevate with Noe, your new favorite and go-to podcast. It's about time you tuned in. Come on this journey with me, and let's get it.
Hi ladies, welcome back to another episode. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope that new countries and new listeners are gonna start coming on the show, tuning in every single week. Mark my words, there's already been 6 countries so far, and the number's gonna keep going up. All right, and you guys are going to tag along in the journey because you are also listening. Let's keep on going. So without further ado, I really want to get straight into it. Let's talk about networking. So as you guys know, I've done a series on how introverts can network effectively. I had part 1, 2, and 3. Part 2 is the one that had the most downloads. I'm very happy, and I know that it's going to keep going up. So I was like, why not just keep on going with this series? You guys like it so much. So let's just keep on going. But this time, it's not going to be tips. This episode is going to be about benefits when it comes to networking. What are the benefits that comes with having an elevated circle or having genuine connections? What are the perks? Because if you've been listening to previous episode, you know very much that there are a lot of perks that comes into having great connections. So what are these perks? What are these benefits? And I have 5 so far for you and 2 interesting stories. So stick till the end if you want to know about that. So as you know, when you have established your connections, you have genuine interest about the person or about what they do, then we move to the benefits, all right? And these are things that can come right away or comes with time. So don't rush into the process, okay? So number 1, because I have my notes right there. You know me, guys, always having my notes with me. So the first one is exchange of services. And this one is so amazing because let's say, for example, you're a hair stylist. She is looking for a business partner so she doesn't have to pay a crazy amount of rent. Her salon is big, but she would like to share it with someone else. And you going to the drugstore just to get yourself makeup products, and you start a conversation with this lady, you end up finding out that she does lashes. Guess what? Now you two can literally strike a deal. You probably unwillingly met with your new business partner or someone that is potential to share that big square footage, that big space that you have at your salon, so you don't have to pay the rent by yourself. And on top of that, you're adding another service to your already established clients. And for her, who's probably a small business owner, is going to be a great opportunity for her to have her own space without paying crazy price, and also benefit from your already established customers. So do you see how it can be a win-win? Like, I'm telling you guys, teamwork makes the dream work, okay? Period. And mind you, this won't cost you a dime. It's not gonna cost you more. Like, you don't have to pay the individual to even consider your offer. I'm giving you space. In exchange, you either promote mine or you pay less. And this is coming to my second point, because you get somebody else to promote your business, basically. That situation can be used for you to have more clients, because probably the lash tech, she probably has a clientele that is also interested in getting their hair done. So now they have one spot to get both done. So this is what I mean by exchange of services. You guys can promote each other's businesses, and it did not necessarily cost you more. You get what I mean? For the hairstylist, it's not costing her more from striking this conversation, because she literally wants almost everything. Not only now she has another business owner that's going to take space within the salon with her, so she's no longer alone. And second of all, she's going to be exposed now to her own clients that she has, her own customer that she already has, even if it might be smaller than hers, but it's still other potential customer. Because let's be real, we want to get it all done. The eyebrows, the lashes, the hair, the nails. everything. So when you can have a one-stop shop to get all their services at one place, we're happy. We are really happy. So this is one example out of so many, but this example is so key, and it's leading me to my next point. The second benefit of networking or having great connections, you get discount. If we take back the example from the hairstylist and the lash tech, instead of paying full price if she was to go by herself or to find an office space to do her lash extension services, well, now she's gonna pay a fraction of the cost because she met the hairstylist at the drugstore, because both of them struck a conversation. You get what I mean? So you get discounted things without you even realizing. Or it could be like, I don't know, let's say, for example, you always go at the farmer's market and you know the owner. So every time you go to get anything you want, whether it's veggies or, I don't know, meat, potatoes, whatever you're trying to get at the farmer's market, you never pay full price. You always get a discounted price. Why? Because you know the owner. That's it. These are already two big benefits, and that does not motivate you to go out there, put yourself out there, or at least trying to step out a little bit of your comfort zone to strike a conversation with a stranger, or to be open to have a conversation with a stranger. And like I told you in previous episode, you don't have to go to a networking event to network. It can literally be anywhere that you go, anywhere, even the most regular or your regular places to go to, grocery store, going on a walk, going to the gas station, whatever that is. It can be just down for you to meet amazing people and you don't even know it because you never tried. You know what I mean? Or putting yourself out there so that people can see that you're here and open for conversation. Either one or the other, because I know a lot of you are introverts like me, so I get it, but at least putting yourself out there, you already increasing the chance of people coming talking to you if you don't feel like going towards them. But don't let that stop you from also going towards other people and start a conversation, okay? I already gave you tips, so if you haven't listened to the previous parts of the series, go back to it. If I find out how to link it, I'm probably gonna link in the description as well. Yeah, and so these are only two benefits. So now let's go to the third one. So benefit number 3. And you guys, I love this one, is free stuff. So again, you by knowing somebody, you get free stuff. I have a little story time. For example, my friend and I, we went to a club. It's kind of a restaurant / club. And I let it turn into a club, okay? My friend told me, let's go, Noe, let's go to a club. It's going to be nice. Let's go to a restaurant. We went in. What I'm telling you, we could have went there without our wallets. Everything was paid for. And it's not because our cute guys saw us and they wanted to pay for our food. No, it's simply because my friend knew the owner. Just because she knew the owner and I was her +1, she brought me with her. We were able to eat whatever food we wanted, drinks, everything was paid for. We didn't have to take our cards to pay for anything. So you're just here for free to just have fun. Even the bottles, and we have our own booth, everything was paid for. Even if I end up not drinking, to be honest, I just wear the big bottles that you see at booths. I didn't really drink. I don't think I even drink any of this. And these bottles are freaking expensive, you guys. Like, if you ever been to a club before, these bottles are freaking expensive. Like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes I'm like, what? I've spent so much money on that. Anyway, I'm not judging. If you're this type of person, girl, do you, okay? But seriously, it's just me. Going back to the subject, it's just to tell you that you get free stuff just from knowing the right people or just from having great connections. All right? So now, number 4, exclusivity. So people like to have exclusive access to things. So skipping lines, not having to wait in line, being able to get things that usually the masses would not have access to. This is such a top tier benefit in my opinion, because you get to experience something that nobody else has experienced. Or you get to experience something that average people don't experience on a daily basis. And that's going to be linked to my 2 stories that I'm going to tell you at the end. So stick till the end, okay? and you're going to see the connection, how it's connected to one or many benefits that I'm currently enumerating to you or listing to you. So yeah, number 4 is exclusivity. You get exclusive access. And the last one, and this one is something that I had to think through and to even try to word it out, because even for me, I was trying to think, what's the word for that? The best terminology I came up with, if you guys come up with better wording, you can comment, you can let me know. I will consider it eventually if I have to bring it up again. But benefit number 5 for me, it's having easy access. Easier access in anything that you are doing in life. And I'm going to give you 1 or 2 examples, but the other example is actually going to be linked to the second story I'm going to talk to you about. So the first example could be about getting a job. If you know somebody at the company, or if a friend of a friend or your friend is working at a specific company and they have a job position that just opened, well, guess what? That friend is going to refer you. Is going to let the team know that you applied to this job, instead of having to go through all the process and all the things that you have to fill in on their website. She might just tell you to just send me your resume and I will just put it in our database. It's like your connection is taking a weight off your shoulder. Instead of having to go on Indeed, search for the job, then figure out which type of job is more relatable to your field, putting the cover letters, all the crazy steps that you have to do. Sometimes it can be super quick, but sometimes it can be freaking long just to apply to a job. Especially if it's linked to their website, you have to put all your info through their website. It can be long, but sometimes with one connection, it can just be as easy as breathing air. You're skipping a lot of steps that a lot of people who don't have your connection would not be able to benefit from. They will still have to go from the whole process. And mind you, the fact that that friend or that connection that you have is putting the word out there for you, it's already putting you in a good light and increasing the chance of you getting that job. Doesn't mean you will get it though, but it's increasing the chance of you getting it. So that's why I put it in the category of having an easier process. And it doesn't have to be for jobs. It can be for anything, literally. Let's dive into the 2 stories that I want to connect it with the last benefit. Some of you guys probably know that I dance. And with my dance crew, sometimes we talk a lot about so many different things. And there's a dance buddy of mine or a dance partner of mine who is within that crew. She is one of the youngest. And right now she's entering university. But her university is not too close to where she's currently living. So she was trying to find an apartment, a spot to be closer to university with nice roommates and things like that. And because she put the word out there, because we're her friends, her dance friends, but the fact that she told us that, another dancer in my crew literally told her that she knows a friend of hers who's looking for a roommate and who's living close to the university that she's attending to. So automatically for her, instead of having to figure out and stressing about where am I going to be able to find an apartment? Am I going to have enough time? Are my roommates going to be great people to be with? That already took a lot of stress, a lot of work, a lot of weight off her shoulder just because she has a connection now. Because another dancer in our crew knows somebody who's looking for a roommate. Just because she put the word out there, and because, most importantly, another dance friend within our crew knows a friend that is looking for a roommate. So do you see how it goes super quickly? So this is story number 1 that I want to share with you, directly linked to the last benefit I talked to you about. And the second story, which is my ultimate favorite, because I tell you guys that my dance friend who talked about it to our crew when she came back from vacation this summer, I was absolutely shocked by her adventure. But I can't wait to share it with you guys because I asked her if she was okay with it. And as long as I'm keeping anything anonymous, I don't be spilling out secrets of nobody. I'm keeping it to myself. But I think that this story can be very beneficial for you to understand. And this is really for the fun and entertaining side. It has nothing to do with job. It has to do with you just having an amazing time. But not any type of fun, like really top tier type of fun. My dance friend, she went to France on vacation with her friend. She was, I think, in Paris if I'm not mistaken. When they arrived there, her friend told her, hey, pack your stuff. We're going to 𝐶𝐵. And she was like, what? Like, how come? And it's because her friend knows a F1 driver. You guys, a F1 driver. Do you know how crazy this is? So you're telling me my best friend, who was within my dance crew, she was supposed to go on vacation in France, just have fun, vacation time. And the trip took a turn because her friend literally told her last minute, like, hey, pack your stuff, let's go. We're going to 𝐶𝐵. And everything was paid for. And mind you, my friend, my dance buddy, she has no idea where she's going, what's going to happen and everything. She just trusts her friend because obviously she's not going with just anybody. Obviously, when you trust your friend, you trust them. And when they arrived to 𝐶𝐵, everything was paid for, everything. They had, those Cadillac, like big cars with tinted black windows that celebrities usually are in. This was waiting for them when they arrived to 𝐶𝐵. So my friend was like, what the hell? She was literally invited into a rental villa by a F1 driver. And the reason why she was able to experience all of that is because her friend either dated this F1 driver or she knows who he is. And because of that, when the opportunity showed up, he invited her. And because my dance buddy was with her, she tagged along. So because of her friend who has a great connection, everything is linked together and she got to experience the life of rich people for 2 or 3 days. I'm talking about having your private driver, having exclusive table at beach clubs, like tables that are worth like 70K, tables with bottles, these type of things. Going inside of a beautiful, spacious, luxurious rental villa. Having bodyguards, your personal cook, chef, staff, own bathroom, own room. Like, this is crazy. Everything was so exclusive. She really was living that lavish lifestyle for 2-3 days just because her friend knows an F1 driver. Do you see how crazy this is? And she was not expecting it. In her head, she was going to France, having a good time, normal. And out of nowhere, the moment she led into France, the trip took a different turn of events that she will obviously remember for the rest of her life. Why? Because it's so exclusive. She got to experience something that most people never experience in their life, might never experience. Do you know what I mean? Even if it was just for 2-3 days, and she didn't have to beg for anything, ask for anything. She was just tagged along just because her friend knows the F1 driver. She knows that guy, she knows that person. And because of that, my dance friend had the opportunity to experience that, a glimpse of that lavish lifestyle. And how amazing that could be to experience that, especially while you're on vacation. What I'm telling you guys, our jaw dropped to the floor, okay? When she was telling us all the details, she showed us the pictures, some videos, everything. And yeah, and this is also something that can happen to you, because why not you? Sometimes you're not too far. You're just one connection away. You don't know who they know. So let that story be a reminder of that. You don't know who they know. Again, you might be just one connection away from it. I hope that this episode is giving you motivation and push you to really step out of your comfort zone, or to at least put yourself out there. Whether it's just you stepping outside of the house, going to the grocery store, going to events, going to do activities, things that you generally like, you don't know where that's going to lead you. Whether it's for entertainment, or for you to secure a job, or for a business partner, or for you to, I don't know, to find a place to stay, you have no idea. You have no idea. And I think for me, it was really important to explain that story, because I think that it's something I wish that for my lady, and actually not for it to just be a one-time thing, but for you to have these type of opportunities often. Yeah, I wish that for each and every one of you ladies to have these type of opportunities, especially the second story, but also if you need a place to stay and you're going to university, or if you need a place to stay, a roommate, because you think that inflation is crazy and you're not willing to pay that much. I wish that you do attract that type of person, and you do attract that connection, that you're being put to the right places for you to be able to meet these people, because you never know who they know. I hope you got something out of it. And again, guys, again, ladies, if you like these type of topics, if you like anything that has to do with self-improvement, please leave me a review on Spotify or either Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a lot, the channel, and it helps a lot gain visibility for the show as well. So I thank you so much, and I wish you absolutely the best. And remember, you got this.
Like anything in life, everything comes to an end. Yeah, girl, this concludes today's episode. Again, thank you so much for listening. And remember, you got this. See you on the next one. Bye.